like, had you stayed in Iran, do you think your art would have progressed in the same way it has after having moved here?
It would be completely different way. I don't see it. I think if I was in Iran, first I wouldn't be able. I had to fight for whatever I wanted to do. So, like as I said, female artists and the way that you want to grow. Even I was so lucky with the supportive family. I would have more challenges, and I think I would have more struggling to do what I want to do. And then probably money would become more problematic, and then selling my work would be much harder. And of those situations, I probably would have, maybe I would do all like any other artist in Iran, go more political, more activist, and more the art that is more active instead of concentrating more on the beauty and sharing happiness and things like that. I probably would have, maybe I think I would have go really crazy and go political probably.
Have you ever made political art?
I don't think we cannot make political art. I think it's just like in modern world, I see any move, even if I breathe, is political. It's just, I'm sitting here, female artist, back in Iran, and I'm talking, and I having all of those rights to talk. So it's political.
I guess I'll rephrase the question.
Yeah.
Activist art.
Activist style.
Have you
No.
ever made it? Would you?
Oh, yes, I should say, I shouldn't say no, I haven't made it. I made the Women Life Freedom installation last year. Was it last year? Last year. So last year we had a situation in Iran. Mahsa Amini, they got killed with the morality police. And while that happened, I was back in Tehran. And it was a huge effect. It was a big, big shock that how those things affects you. So when I came back, we become one of my friends. She contacted me and she said she's organizing an exhibition about the same situation, women life freedom in Iran. Do you want to be part of that? And I said, yeah, I want to do an installation art. So I made the big installation art, which I made noose from scarves. And then there were like a ceramic vases. They were sitting underneath of the nooses that they had the painting of female with the freedom bird. And I make a lot of freedom birds as well. That's one of my concept, that freedom bird is it's an element that keeps coming. So I made that political, that I call it active artwork. But it was a big challenge. It was a really big challenge because I see my work, I prefer to see my work as a more fundamental level of change. I don't want to see it more, I don't know, it's a bit hard to describe it. I don't believe in a radical movement. So I don't think that one direct move that you try to change everything will help. I think it's actually the force that we're putting in it. It affects to get the big reaction. So I see the way that universe works as a small changes, that things that when we make a small changes that help us to create a larger change. But when we act like strong, I think we get that hit, that force that happens, which I think we get a big shock comeback. So I made that artwork because I was just, everything was here. It just got stuck. You need to let it go. So I made that work and it was a relief. I'm so glad I did it because I couldn't handle all of those pressure. But I don't think I can handle it all the time because after I made that work and then I curated another exhibition in RMIT, which was about women life freedom as well. The pressure become much stronger. Like couple of months, I had a big meltdown. I couldn't handle my pressure because I had that. I could see that huge effect. I was getting the feedback. I was just shaking. So I couldn't keep my balance. So for me, I like to create small changes. That's why I still make mugs. And even though I talk with everyone and everyone say, oh, you're an artist, you can do everything. You can do your installation art while you're making mugs. I think like every mug, if I make every mug, and I'm making till now, I think I made more than 3,000 mugs. If I can add a small bit of happiness to everyone's life, I think I save everyone. If I save 10 minutes life, that they are not thinking about the negative thing while they are drinking their coffee or tea, I'm saving like, I don't know, calculated 3,000 in 10 minutes. It's just, I'm building that small change, which is more in a larger area, but shallower, which I go like a needle and hit the things, but then I get the reflex back.